In the world of Pokemon, a fully evolved form is supposed to represent the ultimate version of that being. Well, sometimes either due to a bad design or the popularity of a different form, that evolution doesn't exactly work out the way maybe the Pokemon Company had intended. In this video, we're going to talk about 5 evolutions that the Pokemon Company probably regrets making. What's going on, everyone? This is Ryan from Game Essays. If you enjoy the content on this channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button as well as a like on this video. Make sure to also leave a comment about what evolutions you think the Pokemon Company regrets making. Now, without further ado, let's get into the list. Coming in at number 5 is Octillery. The Remoraid and Octillery evolution line is one of the most puzzling in all of Pokemon. Sure, they're based off of creatures that live in the ocean, but similarities pretty much stop there. It wasn't until recent years that the beta version of Generation 2 Pokemon games was unveiled, showing unreleased Pokemon designs. Sure enough, it gave us the answers we were looking for. Remoraid was originally a fish designed like a gun, and Octillery was an octopus that looked like a tank. This would have worked so much better, but it seems for obvious reasons that this design was scrapped to not promote weapons in a kid's game. I'm guessing this change had more to do with the international audiences, since in Japan they had no problem with Ash being threatened at gunpoint in the anime. Instead, they opted for more basic designs for Remoraid and Octillery. Why they chose to keep this as an evolution line really baffles me. Even if this was just a last-minute change, why not just make these Pokemon not have evolutions and just keep them completely separate? I'm pretty sure nobody would have questioned it. Instead, here we are today with what many would call the most nonsensical evolution line in Pokemon. At number 4, we have Electrode. First, we can look at Voltorb. Honestly, a great concept. Items you pick up in Pokemon games are contained in Pokeballs. So it was a great idea to have some fake outs where instead of picking up an item, it was actually a Pokemon you had to battle. Pokemon could have left well enough alone, but for whatever reason, maybe to hit the original 150 count, they decided to give Voltorb an evolution. Now, having an evolution in and of itself isn't necessarily a problem, but when the design is literally just an upside-down version of Voltorb with a slightly different face, it comes off as just a tad lazy. Electrode is far from the only culprit in Generation 1, there's also Dugtrio and Magneton. I just personally think Electrode is the most egregious of the lot. A quick Google and you can find some really cool fan art for a better version of what Electrode could have been. I really like the idea of Electrode looking like a Great Ball. Maybe an evolution like this could be in the cards for a regional form in future games, and then you can make Electrode evolve into an Ultra Ball. I think that would be pretty awesome. I will say though, Electrode Shiny is super cool, so you get some consolation points there, Electrode. Ryperior comes in at number 3. One of the traits Generation 4 was most well known for was giving new evolutions to many classic Pokemon. Some were great, others were a little more controversial. To me, the most baffling was Ryperior. Don't get me wrong, I don't actually dislike Ryperior, but to me it felt like the most unnecessary of the group. Rhydon has such a nice, sleek, and simple design, and it just felt like it belongs as the final form. Ryperior's design has some cool aspects to it, but it does just feel a little too clunky and overdone. Rhydon was also the first ever Pokemon created, so I think it deserves to be the final evolution. At number 2, we have Golduck. Thanks to the Pokemon anime as well as his cute design, Psyduck is one of the most beloved Pokemon. According to a 2019 poll, Psyduck was in the top 50 of favorite Pokemon. But Golduck just really doesn't get the same amount of love. I get what they were trying to do, where you have the duality of a crazy, clumsy duck that eventually evolves into a more fierce and intimidating Pokemon, but I don't think it landed nearly in the same way as Magikarp and Gyarados. I think if they went with a little bit of a cuter route for Golduck, it may have worked, but as it stands now, Golduck will just remain as one of those evolutions that people rather forget. Well, isn't this one pretty obvious? At number 1, we have Raichu. In the original Pokemon games released in Japan in 1996, Pokemon didn't really have a mascot. Well, once the anime got started, they chose to put a focus on a cute little yellow mouse known as Pikachu, as they believed it would appeal to both boys and girls. And the rest is history. Pikachu is the face of Pokemon, and to this day, in the anime, Ash has never evolved his Pikachu. This has always made it a little awkward when it comes to Raichu. I honestly love the design of Raichu, and it's a shame the Pokemon doesn't get more attention. Raichu seems to almost always get overshadowed by his previous form. One exception was that Raichu did at least get a pretty awesome Alolan form in the Sun and Moon era, but things went right back to normal in Let's Go Pikachu, where your starter Pikachu was not even able to evolve. And in Sword and Shield, with Gigantamax Pikachu getting the spotlight in both the games and the TCG. So Raichu has a pretty awesome design and is pretty well liked, but let me leave you with this question. If the Pokemon Company knew from the start that Pikachu was going to be the mascot and the symbol of Pokemon, would Raichu even exist? Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this content, please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again in the not too distant future.